Cool. Okay, hi guys. So welcome to the BOGO breakdown. We've got all of the good things to talk about your BOGO box, but if you didn't grab the BOGO box, you'll be able to learn about the individual BOGO items that you purchased because not everyone got a BOGO box, which is fine, and that's okay. Some people like to just grab individual BOGO items. But we're going to be going over everything, and we're also going to be going over your wholesale account in case you're a newbie and you need help understanding your wholesale account. So please utilize the chat if you have things you want to add, if you have recipes that you've loved or ways that you've used your oils that you have fallen in love with. Use the chat so we can screenshot it and take those little tidbits home for ourselves too. But also, me and Eden love to be interrupted. So interrupt us and please talk, right, Eden?
Yes, we're just saying that. We're like, we need to hear from more people. We get sick of our own voices.
I know, we really do. So we're going to go over all of the items here for the first 30 minutes or so, and then we're just going to take about 5 or 10 minutes and go over all of the wholesale account information. And Kelsey, say hi so everyone will see your bubble pop up.
Hello.
Kelsey is going to be going over some good essential oils with us as well. So she's going to be awesome to learn from. So I'm going to share my screen here for just a minute. Can everyone see this? Eden, can you see this?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. So the BOGO box this month or last month in March, was so amazing because you got to have essential oils, but you also got to dip your toes in the supplement world that doTERRA has for digestion and sleep. So this BOGO box was all about supporting your sleep and supporting your digestion. And I swear those are the two things that people always need help with, is sleep and digestion. So we're just going to go through these remedies one by one. Eden, do you have anything else to add before we dive in?
No, I think that's like what we're talking about, the BOGO box, all the oils in it. And our goal with this is just to help you feel confident, knowing which ones to reach for. That's what we're passionate about, is educating you on how to use these things so none of them go to waste and you don't waste your money. We love empowering you to know which ones to reach for and to know how to use them and how to dilute them. And yeah, so I'm excited to just go over them one by one.
So these are all of the remedies in it. You also will be getting this ebook either through Project Broadcast or an email, or direct message the person who helps you get the BOGO box and they can get this ebook to you because it's really handy to have just downloaded on your phone. So Eden, I know that you've used Vetiver so much, especially on Rio and your kids. So do you want to share how you've used the Vetiver Touch?
Yeah. So Vetiver Touch is actually it's one of my OG oils, which is so funny because not a lot of people know about Vetiver. My mom used essential oils on me and my siblings ever since we were little. She never used Vetiver though. But when I was a full-time nanny when I was like 19, and the girl that I nannied for was like deeply involved with doTERRA, and she loved Vetiver, and she had me rub it on the kids every single night that I would put them to bed. So I just quickly fell in love with Vetiver, and it has like this nostalgic smell to me. It's very earthy, woodsy. And the oil, if you've never opened Vetiver before or seen it, it's so, so cool because it is so thick. Like out of almost all the oils I've ever used, it's the most different in its consistency. It's almost like a sap. And with the actual oil, it's super annoying. It takes like 30 minutes to just get like one drop out of it because it is so thick. So I love that this is a Vetiver Touch. It's already diluted. You don't have to worry about it being like thick and not coming out. But I used to use this oil for sleep, and that is what I always attributed Vetiver to it. It is very calming, grounding. It's from the root of a tree. And all root oils, we have cedarwood in here as well. And Vetiver and cedarwood are very, very similar in the sense of they're both tree root oils. So they're both grounding, they're both calming, they're both relaxing. They're both very, very good for sleep. With Vetiver, and also you could use cedarwood if you like that one more. I love to rub it on my kids' chest. The reason I rub it on the chest is because they're breathing in that aroma through the night. You can also rub it on their feet and also diffuse it, but it's going to help promote a peaceful environment. It's going to help you relax and fall asleep peacefully. I love to blend vetiver with serenity and balance. Those are really, really great oils to blend with it, and it smells really, really good. Another way that you can use vetiver, it actually is really good for your skin. I was just telling Sydney, Rio had like this weird, my daughter, she had this weird rash around her nose, and I couldn't get it to go away. And I was using all of my skin oils that I knew, copaiba, frankincense, lavender, and it was just like that bumpy, rashy, red rash around her nose. And I was getting her ready for bed, and I put her vetiver on her chest, and like out of instinct, I just like touched the top of the vetiver and put it on that rash. Like, I don't know. I do stuff like that, like without even thinking, without even looking things up. I, I don't recommend doing that, but I do. I just like do weird crap like that. And I just like rubbed it on a rash. And in the morning, that little rash was almost completely gone. It was like the thickness of the sappy oil just helped nourish that area, and the bumps were like smoothed down, and the red was almost completely gone. And so I was like, what the heck is vetiver good for skin? And I looked it up, and vetiver is so nourishing to your skin. And so is cedarwood. It's like in the root family. So you can use it on rashes, any sort of itchy area. It's going to be soothing to the skin. Those are the main ways that I use it. Do you use it any other way, Sydney?
Okay, well, Lauren mentioned vetiver came in very handy post-surgery because it helps with pinched nerves and aches from sleeping in the recliner. I am blown away. Seriously, vetiver to me is like the concentration oil. So you use it to help your kids concentrate, to help you concentrate when you're needing like that focus time for work or studying or whatever. I have never used it for pain, and I have never used it for the skin. So I learn so much every time that I hear from you guys. This is the best. And Taylor says 2 of my kids are on either side of me with vetiver on them, and it is so hard to keep my eyes open. Taylor's falling asleep.
It really smells so good to me. Like, and I love that my kids, so I put it on their chest, and when they wake up in the morning, I feel like it's kind of like the scent has lingered on their jammies, and they just like smell so good to me when they wake up. I'm like, oh, that vetiver.
It's so good. So I know that you talked a lot about cedarwood. Can I touch on cedarwood, or do you want me to wait until?
Yeah, no, for sure. Touch on cedarwood. Those two just are so similar that I felt like we can kind of put them together.
So cedarwood is like, hold on, I need to backtrack. Vetiver is kind of like a heavier smell and scent, and it goes a really long way. And cedarwood to me has just like a touch of lightness to it. And maybe no one else agrees with me, and that's totally okay. But comparatively, I feel like vetiver is a little heavier, and cedarwood is a little bit more light. And cedarwood is so good for hair growth. Whitley, who I know Whitley isn't on here tonight, but she makes this hair growth spray, and it has cedarwood, rosemary, lavender, and I think peppermint. She might have to correct me if I'm wrong. And her hair has gotten so long over the last couple months. And so I know that it's so good for hair. And then also, if you are ever brave enough to make like your own body butter or body lotion, cedarwood is so good for like eczema and psoriasis. So if you or your family or kids struggle with like heavy sensitive skin, grab cedarwood and apply it, or put it in like your favorite lotion or whatever, and it's really good for that. So I wanted to put that out there.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, cedarwood is a really, really good one. I know my cousin loves cedarwood in her skin routine, like for her face at night.
Ooh.
So in her skin serum, she likes to use cedarwood, which I had never done that before. I wouldn't use vetiver like all over my face because it is like super heavy. That one I would more use for like a specific spot, like a rash, or like maybe like a diaper rash or something like that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Differentiate them. Okay, let's talk about spearmint real quick. This is a mint oil, and something that's so cool about essential oils is that you can put them into these different classifications or categories, which makes it so easy to get an idea of how to use it or when to know when to reach for it. Each individual oil does have its own properties and things that are good. But when you know, like, okay, this is a citrus oil or this is a mint oil, and I know that mint oils do this or citrus oils do this, it just helps you to kind of get an idea of when to know to reach for them. So spearmint, obviously, it is a mint oil. So it does have all of those mint properties. It is uplifting, it is energizing, it is soothing on the skin, it's cooling. So it's awesome to use for massages, sore muscles, achy joints. You can also use it after a sunburn, after you've been in the sun, because it's going to help cool the skin. I have always loved to use spearmint orally. You can put a drop on your toothbrush to brush your teeth. It's going to help with fresh breath. And I actually have made a breath spray. My kids love it. They ask for it all the time, which is funny because it is a little bit hot, but I have like a little tiny spray bottle that I got on Amazon, and I just fill it with water and do like 2 drops of spearmint, and I keep that in my purse. So if I ever go out to eat and I eat something like super garlicky or oniony, I can just spray it in my mouth. My kids always are like, "Do you have gum?" And they always want me to spray their mouths too.
What's in your spray? Is it just water and spearmint?
It's just water. It's just water.
That would be so good.
And I just shake it up. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of my favorites. Mint is also really, really good for your digestive system as well. So if you ever get a tummy ache or you feel bloated or you have an upset stomach in any way, you can either rub it on topically or do a drop internally as well.
Spearmint, I just feel like has that refreshing aroma. Lauren just said that she used spearmint and wild orange in her diffuser, and it was amazing. One that I love to pair spearmint with is citrus bliss. I don't know what it is about like the citrus bliss and the spearmint, but give that a try if you loved wild orange with it too. Okay, let's keep going down. There are so many pages here that we could never get through all of them, but this is why you'll want this ebook, is because there are like diffuser recipes, there's DIY recipes with all of these essential oils. So please make sure that you get this ebook by reaching out to us individually or the person that you got your Bogo Box from, and we can get this to you. Okay, talked about cedarwood. Gotta scroll down here for a second. We've gone over so much.
No, there's so many.
Okay, let's go over lavender touch. Kelsey, can you unmute yourself and talk about lavender touch for a minute? So
Yes.
Kelsey is like the motherhood business amazing guru. I swear every time she posts a reel on Instagram, I go and say that. Kelsey, in the comment at the chat, put your handle because everyone needs to follow Kelsey. She has like the best tricks.
Well, now I'm blushing.
Yeah, you're incredible. And so she uses essential oils on her little boy. How old is he? 2?
He'll be 18 months at the end of May.
Okay, I thought he turned 2 at the end of May, so I'm very wrong.
November 30th is his birthday.
But you've been using essential oils on him for a while now. So tell us how you've been using lavender touch.
Okay, so my kid was very active when pretty much as soon as he was born, and now he's at a stage where he walked for like a week and now he runs everywhere. And we were staying at my mom's house and everything in her house was like corners and sharp edges, and he ran right into the edge of the table. Yeah, it was like there was an indent in his head. And right away I ran and I was like, where's my lavender touch? And I put it on him. I'm not going to lie to you. Like there was yellow bruising, there was green bruising, there was swelling. And within 20 minutes, it was like he didn't hit his head. I was shocked myself. I was just like, what the heck? This is actually crazy. I use lavender touch on myself as well. So like I'll put some on my hand and do a scent tent when motherhood's just getting a little too crazy. I dealt with an ear infection a month ago, and Tylo actually posted an ear infection earache relief, and it was roll lavender touch behind your ear and then tea tree, and it like helped me with the inflammation and everything. I use it on the bottom of his feet when I don't have the kids collection with me, to like help him go to sleep. What else do I use it for? Oh, well, it's coming on vacation with me because I don't know. Frankie's never experienced a sunburn before, but it's supposed to be really hot in Florida where we're going. And so I'm packing it because I know that he's probably going to get a sunburn somewhere. Hopefully not, but you never know. But it's definitely going to be used on me because I always burn every time. And yeah, he hasn't really had any skin irritations, but that would be like my go-to for that one. So
lavender, I feel like, is one of the OGs that every mother has on hand. Like, and lavender's always the essential oil that like you have a first experience with essential oils with. And the cool thing about Lavender Touch, I'm sure you can agree with this, Kelsey, is that it's already diluted in a roller bottle. So how easy is it to rub it around Frankie's ear when he does have that ear discomfort, or you have that ear discomfort? So Lavender Touch is just a good one to have on your bedside table or in your purse or anywhere you are. I love that this layer recipe of the Lavender Touch. So it's saying on this page, layer cedarwood, lavender, and vetiver together for focus. And then there's a skin blend for lavender, frankincense, tea tree, and copaiba. This is probably one of my favorite pages in the entire ebook because it's always good to see what you compare the essential oil with or what remedies you compare together for a specific purpose. So I found that this was super helpful. Okay, let's go over MetaPower. Gosh, where do I even start with MetaPower? It's one of the newer essential oils that doTERRA came out with and reformulated back in September. And this is going to be your essential oil for if you have sugar cravings, if you're always needing that chocolate chip cookie after your dinner, if you're needing better energy throughout the day, if you notice that your energy levels are crashing. You know, we all have energy crashes around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. And sometimes we can't digest foods the best. So MetaPower helps with all of those things. It's an amazing essential oil. So here's how you're going to use MetaPower. There's so many different ways that you can use it. Number one is you can put 3 or 4 drops in an empty veggie capsule. You can just get empty veggie capsules from the health food store. I'm a one-stop shop girl, so I love to get my veggie capsules just from doTERRA. They're delivered to my house. And do about 3 to 4 drops. I like to do that in the morning, and it really helps my sugar cravings throughout the entire day. I used to be the girl that could eat an entire sheet of chocolate chip cookies, and I'm not joking you. I'm like, my dad, you're gonna think he's such a horrible person, but he's literally my best friend, so it's fine that he does this. He used to moo at me. Like I would be eating and be like, moo, because I would just like consume so much sugar. And so that's like the joke around my family. And so now I like never really need it. And I really think that it's been because I've utilized MetaPower for so many years. It actually used to be called Slim and Sassy. So if you are in the old days of doTERRA and you ever use Slim and Sassy, they got rid of Slim and Sassy and now it's MetaPower. So you can use it for the same things.
Okay, wait, can I say something about the Slim and Sassy that's so cool?
Yes.
So at convention, when they came out with MetaPower and they were talking about all the things that it does, they showed like the test A. It was A, B, and C that they did. So test A, they like under a microscope had fat cells of a person and what they looked like when they consumed like lots of fat or sugar or, you know, just crap. And then test B is when their first formulation of MetaPower or whatever. And they shrunk considerably, like amazing. And then it showed test C and they were like itty bitty. They were like completely gone. It was incredible. So they were like, test B was actually Slim and Sassy. Isn't that cool? So the Slim and Sassy, like it worked. It was helping to not absorb those fat cells, right? It worked, but they reformulated to make it better where now you're like, they're so much smaller than they were before. So it's just so cool that doTERRA just like always desires to do better. And so they saw that we could make this better and they did with MetaPower.
I love that so much because Slim and Sassy did totally work for me, but MetaPower has worked even better. Now the reason that MetaPower actually does help sugar cravings, it's not like this big like magic pill. Oh, Whitley just put the graphs. Whitley, thank you. Thank you for
Well,
sharing
and
that.
read what Taylor said above that.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Sorry. Yes, Eden, the pictures and charts they show through the course are crazy. I love the science. It literally targets your cells and helps your aging from the inside out. Yes,
So
it's amazing. So
the
here's
graph.
like a science lesson made for us dummies. If like you're like me and you don't understand all of the science all of the time. So what happens is when you have sugar cravings, one reason that you can have sugar cravings, not all reasons, but one reason is because your cells are replicating all of the time, obviously. And when your cells are like infused with sugar and candida and yeast, they will replicate that way. And so when you are ingesting MetaPower and taking that internally consistently, it helps clear out your cells of the candida, yeast, and sugar. And so then your cells are able to replicate healthy. And so you're not constantly craving that sugar. And when I learned that little science behind Slim and Sassy and MetaPower, it all made sense to me. And I have been using MetaPower ever since. So that's the reason why it works. Okay, let's go to the other ways that you can use MetaPower. One way you can use MetaPower is you can take a roller bottle. I just get roller bottles off of Amazon or doTERRA, wherever is easiest for you. And you fill about 15 drops of MetaPower in your roller bottle. And then you'll fill the rest with carrier oil like rosehip, coconut, jojoba. And you're able to rub it over the spots in your body that you're noticing need a little like support. I love to rub it on, before I was pregnant, I loved to rub it on my belly because I've had a little bit of saggy skin or a little bit of cellulite. And I used to rub it all the time on the back of my thighs. And it really, really helped. And it really did work. Not that I'm trying to change my body, but you know, that's something that is boosting me and helping me a little bit. So that's another way that you can use MetaPower. Oh, so Hanny just said, I struggle with candida and leaky gut. Can't wait to try MetaPower. Honey, please message us and let us know. Obviously, you have the Voxer, but let us know how it works for your candida and leaky gut because it really helped mine. This might be so much information, but it's fine. That's the person I am. If you struggle with like yeast infections or like thrush or cold sores, MetaPower really helps because your body is so interconnected. And if you're helping your cells not replicate candida and yeast, then you won't have breakouts as much. So that's a good way to think of MetaPower as well. One of these how to use bullet points says use while dry brushing the skin. I haven't tried that before, but I would love to hear if anyone has tried that or if you do try it in the future and what your success is with it. Also, I had no idea you could diffuse MetaPower. Eden, have you ever tried to diffuse MetaPower? Because I have never once tried to diffuse MetaPower.
I haven't, but Taylor said, I love that you can also diffuse the oil and it helps your mindset change towards snacking. That's really cool.
What? I didn't see that comment, but that's amazing. So this sweet blast at the bottom, MetaPower Wild Orange and Green Mandarin. I should have had that years ago when my dad was mooing at me. Like, all right, I'll go turn my diffuser on, Dad. Guys, my dad is literally my best friend and he's the best dad in the entire world. So don't come after Monty Olson because he is he's the heart and soul of my life. So he's amazing. Okay, Kelsey, can you talk to us about DigestZen for a couple minutes? Because I know you've used it so many times.
Yeah. So, I mean, you and I are probably soul sisters because even though it wasn't a sheet pan of cookies, I would like buy one of those frozen mini pizzas, but like they're not mini, they're made for like sharing, and I would just eat a whole one by myself. And I literally have had digestive issues since I was probably like 5. My mom is now like scarred for life because of all these freaking issues I've had, but I've tried everything. I've literally tried every probiotic, prebiotic, every pharmaceutical thing. My doctor literally told me that I'm supposed to be on Restorelax for the rest of my life. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to go on that for the rest of my life. I'm going to find alternatives. And so Zengest and essential oils literally have like saved me. I'm not fully out of the dark of whatever my digestive problems are, but reaching for Zengest and even the Tamer out of the kids collection have like been so helpful. As soon as I feel bloating, gas, yuckiness after a meal, I just rub it right on my abdomen. And then I also have found that when I rub it on my hand and then do a scent tent, anytime I get like anxious thoughts and that like butterfly nauseousness in my stomach, that sweet mintiness like calms it right down. So like that's what I've used it on, and I'm probably going to use it on the airplane as well because I'm flying with an infant who is teething.
Good luck. I'm going to wish you and send you all of the good vibes. But that's another thing that I wanted to touch on. And I'm so glad that the Bogo Box had digestive essential oils and digestive remedies in it, because I swear everyone has digestive issues. Like, we all struggle with farting, and I don't know why we don't take it more seriously, because we don't need to be going through that. And there's remedies that really do help. So Digestin Touch, again, it's very similar to the Lavender Touch. It's already pre-diluted in a roller bottle, so you can use it safely on your kids like Frankie, who might be dealing with toddler constipation, or if you're like me and you also have a sensitive stomach and eat things that make you not feel as good. You can rub it on your belly, but also the bottoms of your feet. Never underestimate the power of the bottoms of your feet, because it uptakes in your bloodstream within just a couple of seconds. Digestin. Eden, do you have anything else to add to Digestin? Because I know Ryan uses it so much.
Yeah, I always call this oil the husband converter, because I feel like it's always the husbands that are like, meh, those things don't really work. Then you give them Digestin and they're like, oh my gosh, this works. So my husband, he has just like a very sensitive stomach. So whenever we go out to eat, and I don't know why it is, but I truly have a stomach of like, mine's good. You all laugh at me, like I can down a bacon burger like no problem. I don't even second guess it, and it just like nothing happens to me. But my husband, on the other hand, will literally be in the car like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, my stomach hurts so bad. Like, he just cannot handle that greasy food. The second he rubs on Digestin, like, it's literally so fast that he's like, oh my gosh, my stomach feels so much better. I'll even use it on my kids when they're feeling nauseous. And this is something that maybe you would think is like opposite of what it would do. When I feel like my kids are possibly fluish, they're feeling nauseous, I rub it on their stomach. And a lot of the time, if they do have the flu, they'll throw up super quickly. Like, I rub it on and within 10 minutes, they just hurl, and then they feel better and they're not nauseous at all anymore. And I actually think it's super cool, because I feel like it's getting things moving and it's going to get out whatever your body doesn't want. If you're throwing up or if you have diarrhea, your body has something in it that's like, nah, I don't like it. I want it out. And so I love that Digestin will literally help your body get to where it needs to get whatever's in you out that it's not liking. So definitely love that it comes in a touch, so you can use it quickly on your children, easy application. Rub it on the tummy. It's going to just help get things moving how they should.
I love what Lauren said. She says, I always keep Digestin on me because we all love dairy and dairy hates us. So my kids and I will rub it on our stomachs when we need it. I know so many of you have heard me say this, but honestly, everyone's toxic trait is queso, but we just keep eating it, and we all need Digestin after. And then Taylor is mentioning that her stomach hates her until I use Digestin. I don't even have to eat bad. I think my stomach just loves Digestin. It's very true. The essential oils and Digestin really help your body just break down that food. It's amazing. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go over PB Assist. So we've gone over a lot of oils for your digestion, the spearmint, the Digestin, and now the PB Assist, and we went over MetaPower too. So PB Assist is one of the best probiotics you can find. It's going to be a lot higher quality than your probiotic like Align or the probiotics from Costco or the health food store. This probiotic is going to help with nourishing the good bacteria in your gut lining. So if you're kind of new to the digestive world, you have good bacteria and you have bad bacteria, and you really need a balance of both. If you have too much good bacteria, it will disrupt your gut. If you have too much bad bacteria, it will disrupt your gut. So you're really wanting to keep your gut really stable and help keep that pH balance really good in your gut so that you're not bloated, you don't feel yucky. So what doTERRA recommends is you take 1 capsule 3 times daily with food for 10 days each month to promote the colonization of friendly digestive flora. That's such a big term, but really it's saying for 10 days straight every month, take PB Assist 3 times a day. So 1 with each meal. So not necessarily, you don't have to take it every single day. Just go for a 10-day period 3 times a day and then lay off for a little bit and then start it up the next month. And that should be good for you. I do know a lot of people that take it every single day, but from my understanding, the way that doTERRA suggests doing it like this 3 times a day for 10 days really helps feed the good bacteria in your gut. So I would recommend doing it this way. And then if you're noticing that you can take it just 1 time a day for the entire month, try that way. But it's really important to help get your bacteria regulated. Kelsey's saying, I think I read somewhere that the gut is the body's second brain, and this is where we store majority of all our stress. So all of these BOGO products that target the digestive system is helping us all, whether we truly know it or not. Yes. So Kelsey, you're so right. There's more neurotransmitters in your gut lining than there is in your brain. That's why it's called your second brain. So when you're feeling really anxious, that's why it's in the pit of your stomach, is because there's that crazy gut-brain connection there. So when you inhale wild orange or lavender touch and you're noticing that immediate calm, it's because there's a chemical reaction happening between your brain and your gut there. Okay, I love reading all these comments, so I'm just gonna read the comments as they come through. Taylor said, it made me so happy that PB Assist was a pre and probiotic and double capsule. It was so ridiculous that you had to find a probiotic and then doctor would be like, oh, you're not doing anything because your probiotic isn't even making it past your stomach acid. That is such a good point to make. So the PB Assist does have a prebiotic infused with it, and the prebiotic feeds the probiotic so that it can get into the deeper levels of your intestinal tract. So it is super annoying. You'll like go buy these Align great quality probiotics from Costco or the health food store, and they really aren't doing as much as they could if they were fed by a prebiotic. So PB Assist does have a prebiotic. It's made with all of the good things in it. So start taking your PB Assist. It's really good for you. Okay, let's go down. I really want to call on, can I call on Whitley? Whitley, can I call on you, or are you totally taking over the nighttime routine? Tell me to go away.
No, I mean, my kids might interrupt. We just got to get Huey some milk here.
That's totally fine. Just for 30 seconds, can you just share how Tate was able to get off his Unisom with Serenity Soft Gels? It's such a short and sweet story, but I thought it'd be good to hear from you for just 1 second.
Yes. So my husband has been taking a sleep aid since probably before we were married. I'm not sure, but definitely since we were married. And the reason he took Unisom was because I did the Unisom with the B12, right? Combo when you were pregnant with morning sickness. So he's like, well, what's Unisom? And it says on there, like sleep, whatever. Okay, hold on. So he started taking it because once I got out of that first trimester and I didn't need it anymore, we just had the box or the bottle, and then he just kept buying it. And then like if we're at my parents' house, he would take a Tylenol PM or like NyQuil. You guys, he would like drink NyQuil. We didn't know back then, you know, so don't judge us too much. We didn't know what we were doing. So when I learned about Serenity, I was like, I've never struggled with sleep. It's actually my superpower. I'm very good at falling asleep mid-conversation. So I've never had a hard time. So when I learned about them, I'm like, Tate, I need you to like be my guinea pig. I need you to take these Serenity Soft Gels. But on the bottle, it says that it was designed with Serenity oil to work together. So we bought him the Serenity Soft Gel and the Serenity oil. Guys, I just can't get a sippy cup right, you know? Anyway, we bought them together. I told him he had to take it. And he was taking it for a while, hadn't really given me any feedback. And then he went on a company work trip and he forgot, I think he forgot the oil, but he took his pills. And so I asked him, how you been sleeping? And he's like, honestly, not that great. And I was like, why? Are the pills not working? And he's like, well, you know how they say like, buy the oil with the pill or, you know, buy the shampoo with the conditioner. He said, I always thought they said that just to make you buy more things. And he said, but with Serenity, it's for real. He's like, it works better when you have the oil. And Tate is very picky. We had tried so many different like sleep aids and some would work better, but he always would just go back to Unisom. And so I was like thrilled when he like stopped buying Unisom, doesn't take NyQuil, and he solely does Serenity soft gels and the Serenity on his feet. And occasionally if he's like so tired, he'll do the Serenity and the diffuser. So it's been like a huge blessing for us because it's, even if you don't know all the science, like Sid was saying earlier, it's like so nice to know to partner with a company that like doTERRA that you can trust all of their products are from nature and they don't have any of the bad things in there. And it just like gives me peace of mind that like my husband's not being poisoned slowly as he needs help falling asleep. So it's been really awesome for him.
I love
So
that, being poisoned while falling asleep.
Whitley, how does he use the oil? Does he diffuse it or does he rub it on topically? I'm just curious.
He will first put it on his feet. So he'll just get it's the 15 milliliter. I should probably make him a roller, but I don't. Just tips it and then rubs it on the bottom of his foot. And because he'll have some on his hands, he'll rub it under his nose, which he loves, a little on his chest, his back. But his chest, I would say more like lower. He doesn't go too low. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then the diffuser, to be honest, he never starts it. It's like, I have to start it. So if I don't start it, it's not on. So, but yeah, it's just on his feet and it obviously would go better with a carrier oil, but again, he's lazy, even though it's sitting right there. It's just so much faster to just grab the oil, put it on his feet and he's out. You guys, he'll snore within minutes. It's crazy.
That's amazing.
So cool.
I swear Serenity is also another husband converter, but also these Serenity soft gels, if you have a kid that is okay swallowing some pills, because I know some kids don't, Wild Bill takes this as his sleep aid as well. I don't know what it is. He's 8 years old. We have had the same bedtime routine for 8 years. Like 2 weeks after he came out of the womb, I had him on a bedtime routine. And for some reason now, still 8 years later, he's like, well, why do I need a shower? And I'm like, because we've been doing it for 8 years, dude. Like, what are you expecting from me? And he just struggles falling asleep, similar to Tate. And so a couple years ago when he was like 5, I started giving him these Serenity soft gels. And they have been a game changer for him. He'll be like in his bed yelling out to me at 8 years old, being like, Mom, what are you doing? Mom, can I get up now? And I'm like, no, you're 8 years old. You are fine to go to sleep. And so I'll give him one and it puts him to sleep within a couple minutes. So if you have a child that would be willing to do that, it is really good for them.
I need to start doing that with my oldest son.
Try it with Knox. Will Knox take one, do you think?
I'm gonna make him. He literally will be playing basketball in his room, like with the basketball hoop that's on the back of the door till 11. I'm like, dude, why? He like fight sleep so hard.
I know,
FOMO.
it's like they have better things to do, and I get it, but I don't have better things to do. It's time to sleep right now. Like, let's go.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Lauren just said, I was pumped to get this in the box. I already do Serenity and Balance in the diffuser at night, but post-surgery sleeping in the recliner, you poor thing, was still rough. So these soft gels were a game changer. Yeah. Serenity soft gels are really amazing. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. Let's go over the last one so that we can hurry and go through our wholesale account really quick. Let's go over Digest Zen's Terrazyme. So Terrazyme is one of the most underrated, I think, products. You don't hear about it a ton. So when Terrazyme was in the Bogo Box, I was so excited because it is one of the most powerful things and powerful remedies that doTERRA has for digestion. So it's a really super simple remedy. It's just a digestive enzyme. So what doTERRA has done is they've gotten the enzymes that are really great to help your body digest food properly and help break it down in a way that your digestive system can uptake the nutrients. that your body is trying to feed itself. So really, the way that I take it, I don't even know if this is right. Maybe it says it right here. Take 1 to 3 veggie capsules with each. Okay, I do take it right. So you take 1 to 3 Terrazymes with every meal. And sometimes I forget. It's not like I take this every single day without fail. So there will be a day that I eat queso and I get a bellyache and it's not good. And then there's other days that I take Terrazyme and I feel so, so good. So one little tidbit that I would recommend is keep Terrazyme and your PB Assist in a place that you're constantly eating. So if you're eating at your desk a lot, if you work full time, keep one at your desk and then try to keep one in your kitchen. And if you're on the go a lot, I would even recommend taking a couple in your purse and keeping a couple in your purse if you're noticing that you're having to eat on the go a lot. The more accessible that your Terrazyme is and your PB Assist, the easier it is to take it, and then it's going to be easier for you to get the benefits from it. So Terrazyme is super simple. It's a digestive enzyme that you're able to break down the nutrients in your food a little better. Taylor just mentioned, this was probably about the Serenity. Tried to get my kids to swallow soft gels and they couldn't. They started melting in their mouth. Poor kids. They just have like this Serenity like oozing out of their mouth. Darn it. Maybe when they get a bit older, maybe try it when they're 13 then. I don't know. Okay, that's all for our BOGO breakdown. We're really excited to give you this ebook. It's been so helpful for us to use our BOGO essential oils and BOGO remedies a little bit better. So please let us know how we can get this into your hands. If you're wanting it, DM us, talk to the person who got you your BOGO box. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to quickly show you within just 3 or 4 minutes how you can utilize your wholesale account the best right now. And we're going to show you how to log into your doTERRA wholesale account. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to doTERRA.com. And I'm actually not on my regular server, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to go over to my regular Safari server, and then I'm going to start sharing my screen with you guys again so it doesn't flip out on us. Okay, here we go. So here's the most awesome thing about if you're a new person, a new customer, a newbie with doTERRA. You now have what's called a doTERRA wholesale account, meaning you never have to pay full price ever again for your essential oils. It's like a doTERRA Costco card. So now you get 25% off of everything that doTERRA has to offer. You get 25% off the essential oils, the diffusers, the supplements, the skincare lines, the cleaning products, 25% off of everything. So here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to go to doTERRA.com. You're going to cursor over this account and you're going to hit login. You're always going to want to log into your doTERRA account or else you won't be able to access that 25% discount, that doTERRA Costco card. You do have an email that you associated with your doTERRA account, and it's probably your regular email. If you can't find your email, then you will have a doTERRA ID that we can help you get. But for now, I use my doTERRA ID. You did have to create a password, and it did have to have a capital and a number, if that helps you remember. So we're just going to log into mine. But make sure you do this on your own, and please let us know if you need any help. We can help you understand how to do this, but it is very easy. So I'm going to show you the easiest way to purchase from here on out. Okay, so here's your doTERRA account. You're going to come over to the top right hand side and cursor over account. I need to move everyone's faces. When you cursor over account, you're going to scroll down and click loyalty orders. When you click loyalty orders, this is the page that's going to pop up. So you're able to look up single oils. Maybe you heard us talk about the tea tree and you want to read up on tea tree, so you can click on single oils. Maybe you want to look more at the supplements or the sun care line. You're able to look these things up. I love to utilize the search product right here because I kind of always know what I want. Now, here's what I really want us to pay attention to. On the right-hand side, you see my loyalty orders or my personal LRPs. They're the exact same thing. And this is the way that you're going to want to purchase. So you can purchase one of 2 ways. You can create a one-time order. You still get the 25% discount. It's a great way to purchase. You do not get any added benefits though. Whereas create a new LRP or creating a loyalty order, you get so many more benefits. So the LRP is like a frequent flyers flyer miles program. Every single time that you purchase, you will receive 10 to 30% back in product credits. It is amazing. So let's say that you spend 50 bucks, you would receive $5 to $15 back in your doTERRA account to either let add up over time or spend pretty much right away. Whereas, did you notice that with this create one-time order, you do not get those frequent flyer miles points back? So why would you not want to purchase with the LRP? The LRP or the loyalty order is a monthly order. However, you get to change this to whatever you want every single month. So never ever feel that you have to purchase a Bogo Box every single month or a Serenity Soft Gel every single month. This is tailored to your budget. Maybe one month you'll spend $5 on a hand sanitizer. Maybe the next month you need to stock back up on your Spearmint and Serenity Soft Gel, so you'll get two things. Just keep in mind that this is meant to serve you and not overwhelm you. So really quickly, since we're already here, I'm going to show you how to create a new one. So since you don't have one created probably already, you're going to create new LRP. And remember, it's a monthly order. So I'm going to click the date that will serve me and my family best for April. But remember, you get to change this, and I'll show you how to change it. So for time's sake, let's just choose, I don't know, the 19th. Let's choose April 19th, save date and shop. And remember, I like utilizing the search products, but you can go through all of the products if you want to. But let's say that I need, I don't know, let's say I need another TerraZyme. I'm just going to click on TerraZyme and add this to my cart. And maybe I also need a On Guard. Then I'm just going to search the On Guard, scroll down, and add to my bag. Do you see how easy this is? So now I want to go and look at what's in my bag. So I'm going to cursor over bag and click review order. So here's what my LRP or my loyalty order looks like. What I want you to pay attention to is my remaining rewards points right here. So I personally have 103 doTERRA points just sitting in my LRP cart just because I've purchased on this template instead of create a one-time order. So if I wanted to go and use my points for my TerraZyme, I would just use my points right here with this drop-down menu and click 1. Or if I wanted to use my points for my On Guard, I would just use this drop-down menu. So really what doTERRA is trying to do is saying, hey, thanks for purchasing from doTERRA. doTERRA, here's some extra doTERRA bucks or doTERRA love from us. If I wanted to change my date, see this April 19th, I would just click this calendar and choose a different date that I wanted. This really is the best way to save money and to get essential oils into your hands if you're on a budget. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit save and process on April 19th, and this will be my saved cart unless I go in and edit it and change it, which I might want to do before April 19th. Eden, I know you love the LRP so much. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I feel like you went over it super well. I feel like everyone's on a budget, and this is actually the best way to get non-toxic products into your home on a budget, because you earn so much credit back every time you purchase. And Sydney said earlier in the call that doTERRA is like a one-stop shop for her. And it totally is for me and my family. Some people think it's just essential oils, which obviously doTERRA is essential oils, but it's my laundry detergent. It's my dishwasher detergent. It's our shampoo and conditioner. It's our soap for our homes. It's our toothpaste. It's our deodorant. And so I'm just transitioning my money that I would be spending at the grocery store over to doTERRA, one-stop shop. And because I shop there every month for the things that we're using anyways, I get 30% back in doTERRA credit. Like, I have so many points because I just get the things that we use every month, that everyone uses every month. So I would definitely utilize this. And like Sydney said too, if you need any help setting it up, or if you're getting like confused on where to click, always reach out to the person who invited you to this call, and we would be more than happy to help you.
Yeah, so I'm going to hit save and process on April 19th.
Something that is new today, and so like we're still learning the ins and outs of it. Refer a friend was announced today, which is huge for you to know as well. I don't know exactly where they find the link. Do you know where, Sid?
I
any-
feel like a fish out of water because I feel like I always have answers. And right now I'm like, I have no idea where we find this link.
When so
Oh.
when they go onto their screen, when they log in, there will be a pop-up that immediately comes up on their screen
Oh.
saying like want to earn or something with a generated link, and they can just copy that link. If for some reason the pop-up does not come up, they go to the top right for account, click on it, pull the drop-down menu, and right at the bottom it says like refer a friend, and they can just copy their link right there.
Awesome. So what refer a friend is you, every single one of you have your own unique personal link for doTERRA products. This doesn't mean you're doing the business. I think there's a lot of people that don't want to build a business. Like, no, not interested in that. And that's totally fine, but you still love doTERRA products and essential oils, and you share them with family and friends just here and there. doTERRA has created a program that's specifically for you. You don't want to build a business, but you still share. So wouldn't it be nice to get a little bit of a reward? So now you have your unique link that you can share with family and friends if you choose to. And when they order through your link, you get 20% back in doTERRA dollars that you can spend at doTERRA, which is so, so cool. And like, once again, doTERRA is just saying, thank you for being a loyal customer, and we want to give back to you.
So nice. I feel like it's so powerful because if you do have like a friend or a best friend or a cousin or a sister or a mother-in-law that would like to get some essential oils, but you really have no desire to like be a doTERRA essential oil seller person, this is the best way for you to get great things and to get a little kickback for yourself. So you don't have to sell anything. It's just a good way for you to earn some rewards for it if you have friends and family that would like some essential oils. So
Totally. And I feel like so many people are like, oh, I told my mom to buy from you, or I told my sister, blah, blah, blah. And I'm always like, oh, like, I wish you got something in return. And now you do. Now you just use your link and you just get that 20% put into your account, which is so, so cool.
Taylor, I love the doTERRA oil seller person too, because I don't know what to call us, because like we're not like a rep. We don't call ourselves reps. So doTERRA oil seller person, that's what we are. Hold on. Katie's asking, do you get
sorry, you read it.
order they place or just the first one? I believe it's for the first 60 days, right?
I think it's the first one is what I read.
Okay.
It was just launched today, so we still are kind of like new at this, but I think it was for the first order. You get the 20% of their first order.
Cool. That's awesome. So if you have a friend or a family member that would like to grab some essential oils, but you're not sure how to set this up, please reach out to us because we will know by tomorrow. Okay. We'll figure out how to use it by tomorrow. Okay. We're going to let you all get back to your families. We really hope this was helpful for you. And please reach out if you need the ebook because we want to send it to you.
Thanks, guys.
Love you guys.